So, some of you may know I cut my finger off in December, but for those who don't know, I cut my finger off in December. So I get asked all the time, hey, how'd it feel to cut your finger off? It's pretty interesting. How do you think it felt? It felt fantastic. I ran my freaking finger through a saw. Felt great. Gotta say, I've never done that before. There was definitely blood involved. So I was cutting a board and I was being very safe. I only had about 6 beers. It was dark out. I was using a table saw in my birthday suit. The temperature. That has nothing to do with anything. Anyway, so I cut my finger all jacked up. Look at the picture. Oh, it's so nasty. Or, oh, it's like chopped liver. Oh. So I cut my finger. People like to ask, hey, feel like you still have a fingertip there? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't. Don't be freaked out. Don't be freaked out. It's pretty cool. Look, see, you go down traffic now, I can be like this. And people like stare at you like you're crazy. Or how about this one? Oh, or really cool thing, it's like nubby, it's flat, and it's also fireproof. Check this out. See? Fireproof. Oh! It's not fireproof. Definitely not fireproof. It smells like burnt flesh. I thought it was. That would have been cool. Fireproof finger. Where's a fireproof nub? You know who I really blame for this whole thing? My cousin in West Virginia, Chris. It's definitely his fault. Somebody let him know that I'm now an amputee because of Chris. Anyway, so he used to do this cool trick when I was a kid. And he'd go, well, I want to be just, I want to be able to do exactly what Chris did because he was so cool. He was my cousin. So I go home and I'm young and I'm ready to cut my finger off because my cousin Chris did it. So anyway, so my mom stopped me, luckily, and she didn't let me cut my finger off. So now that I'm a grown man, I had to do it. It's pretty incredible. It's like hardened it. There's like no feeling at all. I mean, if I do that, oh, it's very, very sensitive. Very sensitive. You can't poke it or put it under fire. In the hospital was so great. I just sat there and they're like worried about infection in my finger. You should take your finger and run it through a blade too. I bet you'd love it. And they keep pumping me full of morphine or something, and I'm like, I'd do it again. That was the best part of the whole experience, really. I don't think I'd suggest doing this. If you really want to have a good time, cut your finger off. Don't do it. Don't. I cried like a baby. Like a baby. It's okay. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt at all.